What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and for today it's a special one. We are 20 days away until Pokemon Day. I'm super excited for it because Gen 10 is almost close to being revealed on Pokemon Day. So I'm very excited for this. And what would be the best way to honor it? Well, since there are new legendary Pokemon that have been revealed in Gen 9, I thought of doing this one. A brand new top 10 favorite legendary Pokemon. I'm super excited for it because there are some new legendary Pokemon that I like, plus some few of the ones that I also liked, but did a little rearranging since yeah. I know this may be like my third time I did a top 10 favorite legendary Pokemon, but the the Pokemon generations are keep coming with a brand new legendary Pokemon. Yep. Just like with my other top 10s, I will also be including some few mythical Pokemon, even though some may not count them as legendary Pokemon, but I still like to include them because of it's something that I like to do whenever there's like a Pokemon thing. And also, of course, around 2027, I will update my top 5 favorite Pokemon of each typings, like how I did back in 2023. But whenever the Gen 10 Pokedex is revealed, and there are some few of the new Pokemon from Gen 10, or the ones that I enjoyed that weren't my favorites, but they grew to be, I would make some few updates on that list. Yep. But to make sure I want to include legendary Pokemon again, I decided to do this one first for this year. But anyways, without further ado, I cannot wait to do this. So make sure you guys relax, have a snack or something, and keep track of my list, as I will include some few honorable mentions. But with that in mind, let's get started. Number 10 is Zeraora. Okay, so this cool Pokemon is really awesome. I do like the designs and the how not only it can learn electric type moves, but also can learn some decent fighting type moves like close combat. And of course, yep. But either way, Zeraora is a pretty awesomely designed mythical Pokemon. Plus, it's gotten a Mega Evolution in the Mega Dimensions DLC, so that's a really cool feature for Zeraora. Number 9 is Meloetta. I really like the designs of Meloetta and how it can sing, but the best part about it is that it can change forms depending on which typing, like the this form for like normal psychic, but also turns into a relic power for a fighting type power. It's just like the way of how it can change from a something sweet to something feisty. That's a really nice feature for Meloetta, as it has two forms whenever it sings. But either way, I really like this mythical Pokemon since the Pokemon Black and White anime, so that's why I decided to add her. Number 8 is Ogerpon. Okay, so out of the other Gen 9 Pokemon, I actually like Ogerpon more than the Gen 9 box art legendaries because of I think this is a really cute looking legendary Pokemon, and I like the fact of how it changes the types every time it Ogerpon wears a mask, like give it the heart flame mask, it would become grass fire, or the water mask, it becomes grass water, or a rock mask, it becomes grass rock. So either way, this legendary Pokemon is like a Swiss Army knife where it can changed the mask, it changed its type, and I really like the cute design for Ogerpon, so that's why I decided to add her in my list. Number 7 is Zekrom. Okay, so I like Zekrom. He is just one of the most badass looking legendary Pokemon because of the nice black coloring design and how it can generate electricity through thunderstorms, and the perfect Pokemon that can be partnered with that would believe in ideals by either N for his ideals of separating Pokemon, or the player for how people in Pokemon can coexist for each other. It's just that Zekrom is a really awesome legendary Pokemon, so that's why I decided to add him up a little higher because he is awesome, and Dragon Electric type is a really sweet type combo for this legendary Pokemon. Number 6 is Lugia. And yeah, I know the debates, but let's be honest, Lugia is a really awesome Gen 2 legendary. I like the details they put for Lugia of how he can both fly and dive in water, and the perfect total opposite of Ho-Oh of how he represents fire in the sky. But either way, Lugia is awesome, and I like the move set it can learn, especially with a bunch of water type moves, and the best move, Aeroblast. I mean, just Lugia is awesome. That's why I picked Soul Silver one time. Number 5 is Rayquaza. Okay, so I think Rayquaza is a pretty awesome legendary Pokemon to the nice designs and of how it can defeat two overpowered legendary Pokemon, Groudon and Kyogre, all by himself using the power of his dragon and flying type moves. Plus, rather than having a primal revolution, it can mega evolve without a mega stone. Just gotta teach it Dragon Ascent, which is a really nice way for Rayquaza's power up. So that is why I decided to pick him on this list. Number 4 is Groudon, which I know it's a little confusing why he's a little bit higher up than Rayquaza, but I honestly like Groudon a little more because it is a very awesome Pokemon. I love the concepts of how it can walk on lava and move the lands using its ground type powers, and with a really nice concept with its primal resolution, it can become a ground fire type. That's really sick. Even though it's 4 times weak to water, but it can resist water due to its powerful sunlight. But either way, Groudon is a really awesome ground type legendary, and I like the concepts of the red coloring and the master of the land. So that's why I picked Omega Ruby for Groudon. So without mind, I think Groudon is awesome. Number 3 is Necrozma. Okay, so I think Necrozma is a very awesome and dangerous legendary Pokemon because even though in Sun and Moon he didn't do much, but in the Ultra Sun and Moon series, he was a monster. Like, he took control of either Solgaleo and Lunala to become Dot on Wings or Duskmane, and then stolen the light to become Ultra Necrozma, one of the most hardest and the most nightmare fueling boss fight in Pokemon history. That is why I think that is a really awesome concept for Necrozma, of how he started off small but then grew to an absolute monster thanks to the power of Ultra Necrozma. Plus, I like how it can give it some different typings, like either Psychic Ghost or Psychic Steel, but then becomes Psychic Dragon. This this Pokemon is dangerous. I love it. So that's why I decided to add him up higher. Number two is Dialga. Okay, so Dialga was my first favorite legendary Pokemon before 2020, so either way, I love Dialga. The blue design is awesome, and I love how it can control time itself. Like it would help you time travel and stuff. So either way, I think Dialga is a really interesting legendary Pokemon and one of my all-time favorites. So that's why he's a little bit higher. Plus, its moves Roar of Time is sick, and it was a Dragon Steel type, a very rare type combo before Duraludon, where it can resist against Fairy type Pokemon. So either way, Dialga was amazing. That's why I decided to pick him in my big brilliant diamond for my Sinnoh game, and my partner to take on the origin form Palkia in Pokemon Legends Arceus before my final battle against Volo in Arceus himself. So either way, Dialga is a great Pokemon. Now, just like with my other top 10s, I will also be including some few mythical Pokemon, even though some may not count them as legendary Pokemon, but I would, I still like to include them because of it's something that I like to do whenever there's like a Pokemon thing, and also of course around 2027, I will update my top 5 favorite Pokemon of each typings, like how I did back in 2023. But whenever the Gen 10 Pokedex is revealed, and there are some few of the new Pokemon from Gen 10, or the ones that I enjoyed that weren't my favorites, but they grew to be, I would make some few updates on that list. So yep. But to make sure I want to include legendary Pokemon again, I decided to do this one first for this year. But anyways, without further ado, I cannot wait to do this. So make sure you guys relax, have a snack or something, and keep track of my list, as I will include some few honorable mentions. But with that in mind, let's get started. Zacian, of course. This became my brand new favorite legendary Pokemon ever since my playthrough of Pokemon Sword, because the designs, it's beautiful. I like the nice blue concepts of Zacian's colors, along with the really awesome golden crown armor, like wings, and a really nice crown. Plus, not to mention, it carries a giant sword in her mouth. That's a really awesome concept for the legendary sword Pokemon of Galar. So that's why I decided to add him up on this list. But not to mention, this legendary Pokemon can bring out lots of damage to any Pokemon, including Dynamax Pokemon. That's a really sick concept for Zacian, of course. Zamazenta is pretty interesting, but has a really high defense. But either way, I love Zacian, so that's why I decided to put her up at number 1. And that's it. What do you guys think of that list? Is it a pretty good one? You can leave that down below in the comments, and I know this may be like the third time I did a top 10 legendary Pokemon, but there are brand new Pokemon that are being released throughout each generations, and most of the times there are some new ones that we like or don't really like that sometimes we would have to update it, of course. So, yep. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. And now for this one question. What's your favorite legendary Pokemon? You can leave that down below in the comments, and sooner or later in the future, this might be updated or might get a new one around the time when Gen 10 comes out with the brand new legendary Pokemon revealed, of course. And don't forget, I will also be updating my top 5 favorite Pokemon, the regular Pokemon without the legendaries or the mythical Pokemon, of course. For my favorite Pokemon through each typing, since Gen 10 will be released soon in the future, but I will be doing that around 2027. Just a heads up for that. So either way, thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for some more awesome Pokemon videos coming out real soon. And also, of course, I'm on the road to get this channel to 700 subscribers. So without further ado, make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.
Hey, it's me, BDH, but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram. Like for this video. Share this with your friends.
And comment down below what you think of that video.
And don't forget to check out the last video. So thanks for watching and have a brick day. Whoosh.